Hey guys, it's Deepak Shukla here, back again for your Serpwizz report series. And please do, if you've not seen this before, head over to serpwizz.com to get your instantly actionable free SEO audit, which you're looking at right now. It might be even more beautiful by the time you see it. So today we're looking, or right now, we're looking at XML sitemaps to understand what this actually means. So I'll walk through it to my best knowledge, and then we'll go on I've opened up some tabs to show you how deep you can plumb the depths of XML sitemaps, okay? So an XML sitemap stands for extensible, with an E, extensible markup language, okay? And it's a type of markup language which ultimately tells Google or tells the search bots, because it marks up the text, the actual map for your website. So this is my website and this is a map. Think about it, think of it like an architectural drawing plan of a building and all of its ultimately units and its floors and its fire exits and its stairwells. So and anything new that's added to the actual sitemap, to the architectural plans. So this is of course really important for search bots, because they might get to a website and say, where do I go? What do I do? How do I navigate? So having an XML sitemap, which is typically located in your root domain. So really what that means is that you would upload it via your, I think it's via your domain rather than WordPress, but we'll come back to that, because I know that you can, with plugins such as Yoast, dynamically generate sitemaps, and that's what a lot of people tend to do. I think you can do it with rank math as well if you're using it within the WordPress environment. So XML sitemaps are of course super important. The way that you'd locate it to see if your site's got one is you type in your website sitemapxml.com. So we'll also have a look at, for example, Pearl Lemon Leads. That's just another one to have a look if we've got an XML sitemap. Yep, and as you can see here, it tells Google exactly what type of content your website holds and where to find it. So that's just something that's quite important as you think about XML sitemaps. Now, there are sitemap generators, as you can see. I think I googled it. X sitemap. So you can validate XML sitemaps here. Okay, you can check your XML sitemap is formatted correctly, and optionally ping Google to inform them of your sitemap, of your sitemap location. So you could also inform Google via Google Search Console. So you can directly go into Google Search Console and submit a sitemap there. So there's a couple of ways that you can do it, okay, when it comes to sitemap submission. We've also got, as I said, our sitemap checker. And it's important to know that there are different, and where is it? There are different kinds of, here we go, there are different kinds of sitemaps, okay? There's video, there's image. So let's just go over to the part that I wanted to show you. Sitemap format. Let's just have a look at that. Okay, so that's quite a good visual. Website XML sitemap. Okay, and if we go to, for example, Pearl Lemon sitemap, sitemap.xml. You'll see our sitemap as it loads, and you'll see that we've got a post sitemap, we've got a page sitemap. Okay, it contains two sitemaps. It's been generated by Yoast, meant for consumption by search engines, and we could probably generate even more sitemaps based upon the explanation that we see. So a one-page site using all available tags would have this XML sitemap. And then you get different kinds of tags. So the location, which is the absolute version of the URL. You've got the last modification, which is a last mod, ultimately, a change that you updated it, and that should happen dynamically via Yoast. Change frequency. Okay, it doesn't play that much. It's probably why I've not heard about it that much. They've stated to ignore it. We ignore priority in sitemaps. Sitemap index limitations, 50,000 URLs. For exceptionally large websites who want to take a more granular approach, you can create a multiple sitemap index files. We come across these from time to time, index products categories, but you cannot nest them all together, so they need to be separate. You will want to submit them to Google Search as well as Bing. And reflang is no longer paid attention to in unverified sitemaps. So you got the image sitemap, you've got a video sitemap. If video is critical to your business, then you need it. if images are critical to your business, same kind of principle. So these are just the considerations that, depending upon what's important for your business, you should look at some of these things. And bum, 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 bum. Look, there's these other elements. And I don't know about this section. Let me just, you should exclude, including only SEO relevant pages. So that's also, actually, that is important, that, like, no indexing the relevant pages on your website, I think is going to be quite important, because there's a lot of stuff that you don't want to tell Google about, because you've got a limited crawl budget, meaning how much Google will crawl of your site. You don't want it to look at, for example, search results pages or comment URLs and just stuff that's irrelevant. So really think about that when you're putting together your sitemap and which pages index. You can set some of that via WordPress, and it's just a consideration for your development team. So you can check XML sitemaps in our in our tools section, and that should give you, between me and the Googles, a lot of insight into XML sitemaps. So there you go. Catch you in the next one.